live in Hastings, D, and I've lost my Comcast because we don't have our appointment yet, every day this week, from anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. They're unplugging all the Comcast cords. When they're done, they plug them all back in. I've called the office. They're leaving trash and also not putting the cover back. So I'll put that in writing to UCO, but I just wanted other people to be aware.
Yeah, very important that all of these Atlantic broadband discrepancies be written down, because that's the way we get them fixed. All right, sir? You're up.
For those active seniors, I just wanted to mention that I was very pleasantly surprised that Century Village is coming to its own by building, I think, 6 beautiful pickleball courts. Pickleball is now the hottest thing for young people as well as people that are getting on in years. It's a little less dangerous than tennis, and you don't have to be very skillful to play. And as the movie said, build it and they will come. That's the good news. The bad news is, I don't think they're going to come. And the reason for that is, if you go to other communities that have pickleball courts, they are lighted for a very obvious reason. It gets to be about 95 degrees here during the summertime. And if you go out and play pickleball in that type of weather condition, you will end up possibly with something like a stroke, or you will fall down, you will get dizzy. But in general, I think that when you build those courts, hopefully, I don't know if it's on the schedule to put some lights there. They have lights for the shuffleboard, which really isn't that necessary, but nobody's going to play pickleball when it's too hot. Most people will play pickleball after the sun goes down in this type of climate. So something to consider. I don't know if it's under consideration.
May I suggest you attend the next meeting of the Operations Committee? It doesn't sound like a very expensive project, and we will bring that up with management, and maybe it will happen.
Hope so.
Operations Committee. All right. Oh.
Arlene Kretz, Sheffield C. I'm also the chairperson for beautification for Century Village. I want to welcome all of you to come. Today we are having the opening cutting ribbon ceremony on the Okeechobee sign. May it not seem like a big thing to you, but it is to a number of us. We are very proud of this sign. We wish to thank each and every one of you that have given us any kind of assistance as far as a vote, or our wonderful Mr. Greg Weiss. Thank you so much for all your help. It'll be about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and it's right on Okeechobee, and see our new sign. The landscaping has been completed, and we thank Seacrest for their attention. Thank you very much.
That's the guy that wanted to know about the hurricane.
Yes, George.
Okay, I'd just like to thank everybody that participated. I wasn't here, but I'd like to thank everybody that participated in March 1st in the Operation Pill Drop. If you haven't been told yet, we picked up 93.2 pounds of medication. Wow. Since we started this program with the Sheriff's Department, we're at a little over 400 pounds we've pulled out of this village, and we're going to do it again probably sometime in the summer and continue the program twice a year. So if you have any unused medications and you didn't participate last month, or you ran over, whatever, hold on to them until we announce the next time, and we'll continue this. And this is a very big issue, and we'd like to have everybody's cooperation with it, and we thank those of you that did. Thank you again.
Sir.
Good morning. Nick Walden, Berkshire J. What is the update on the fence being on the guardhouse from Haverhill?
What's the question?
What is the update on the fence?
Oh, the fence. Yeah, we have an engineer, Derek Shenovar. He's getting us at least 2, perhaps 3 bids. So that project is moving. It's just now in planning phase. We want to wait and get some bids. All right?
Yeah, the reason I ask, I was asked by the security people one time when I had some complaints about people walking in the gate.
Can you get closer to the mic?
I was asked by security at one time when I was making some complaints about people walking in. They said, take videos, write a report. I did all that. Then the goalpost was moved on me. But this morning I was coming in Haverhill Gate, and I seen a gentleman walking in. So I just backed up by the security guard and parked in the parking space there. He walks in. No one even comes out to check him. So when I pulled through, I asked, why you didn't check him? Just a gentleman walking in. So they look around. They go, why didn't you check him? I said, well, I didn't think that was my job. I thought that was your job. She goes, well, you're the only one that cares anyway.
Nick, can you write this down?
I've been down that road. I mean, I hate
the date, the time, and
it was 7:55.
if you know which guard it was.
She's on duty today.
We will
She's the black
follow up
lady
on
there.
this.
She's the black lady there. That's all I'm going to give you guys the information because I've gave videos, I've gave pictures, and it's not done any good.
Come to the security meeting.
That's a
Believe
waste
me,
of time.
this will be run down. We have cameras there. All these events are captured on film.
Okay, I've been there and I've done that. Thanks.
All right. Oh, hi.
Good morning, everybody. David Givens, Camden O. I would just like to know if there's an update on the golf course and Lennar.
No,
Please.
Lennar is gone. You can forget Lennar. They won't even respond to my emails. I asked by email, twice actually, if they would care to share what their issues were. I mean, this is a big company. They did their due diligence. I'm going to guess it's the toxicity report. I don't know that. There's a lot of arsenic on that golf course. So, of course, we have heard nothing from Mr. Waldman. And that's really all I know, David. We
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
all right. Sir.
I'll be brief. I know I'm double dipping. I'm Sri Vasudevan from Salisbury C. I believe that every Century Village bus stop must have a bench and a shelter from rain and sun. And I see conveniently that the budget has a reserve of $400,000 for infrastructure that is not used at all. Let's please do that. And I don't know what the process is for everybody to vote on this, but if there is one, I would like to make a motion that every bus stop must have a bench and a shelter. Thank you.
The motion is just patently out of order. You really want to bring this to the Transportation Committee. You have no idea how much money you're talking about. I wouldn't want to regale you with what that beautiful little shelter cost across from Dover. To put one at every stop, that's going to have to be a budget line item. Now you made a comment about our reserves. Remember, we have long-term commitments. 5 or so years from now, we're going to have to repave. You're looking at a multi-million-dollar project. I hear you. There's $400K in a line. Why don't we spend it? It's a very interesting approach to things, but bring this to transportation. But I don't want to bias the committee, but I don't think it's going very far. Obviously, there should be benches at bus stops. And my understanding is there are benches at bus stops, and if there aren't, you need to tell us about it, where they are. Okay, we can make that happen. Benches are relatively cheap. All right?
I do apologize because I have no understanding of the procedure. This is my first meeting. I'm just putting it out for people to think about. Maybe we can just start with the bench first. Maybe shelter is a little too much. Let's do the bench first. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else wish to be heard in this segment? Because if not, I would entertain a motion. Yes, sir. You are moving to adjourn. Okay. And we have a second, Mr. Dave Givens. Without further ado, we are adjourned. And thank you all for coming.